You've sacrificed enough. You've given enough. You've earned your peace. So why are you still being treated like a personal ATM, a free therapist, and someone who's always available? If you're over 60, it's time for a change. There are 5 requests that people will make of you, family, old friends, even your own children, that deserve a second thought. Not because you're selfish, but because your remaining years are too precious to spend on relationships that drain you rather than fulfill you. The 5th one? It's the most subtle, the most guilt-inducing, and honestly, the one that affects your peace of mind the most. But first, let me ask, when was the last time you said no without feeling the need to apologize? Your entire life, you've been the one who gives, who sacrifices, who puts everyone else first, and you did it beautifully. You raised your family. You built your career. You've earned something precious, the right to live life on your terms. But here's what many people don't realize. Just because you've earned this doesn't mean everyone will automatically respect it. Some will continue to see your generosity as something they're entitled to. They'll ask for more without considering what it costs you. Number 1, regularly bailing out adults who haven't learned to manage their own finances. Picture this: your adult child calls. They're stressed, apologetic. They need several $1,000s. Just this once, I promise I'll pay you back. And your heart wants to help because that's who you are. But when this becomes a pattern, the 3rd or 4th time in a year, something shifts. They're not facing an emergency. They're continuing habits that keep them financially unstable, knowing you'll step in. Here's what happens when this becomes a pattern. Your own financial security, built over decades of careful decisions, takes a hit. They don't develop the skills they need because consequences keep getting softened. And gradually, you begin to feel resentment, even though you love them deeply. You worked hard for your financial peace. That money represents your ability to handle your own emergencies, to enjoy the things you've put off, to live without constant financial worry. It's perfectly reasonable to say, I care about you, but I can't keep doing this. Let's talk about other solutions. Your financial security matters too. Number 2, being pulled into family conflicts that aren't yours to solve. Family members aren't speaking to each other. Siblings are in conflict. And somehow you're expected to fix it all, to mediate, to explain, to make peace. But here's the thing. This isn't your responsibility. You've spent 60+ years navigating your own relationships and challenges. You've earned the right to peace, not to manage other adults' disagreements. When you step into the middle of someone else's conflict, you often absorb stress that doesn't belong to you. You try to be fair, to listen to everyone. But frequently, both sides end up frustrated with you anyway. One feels you didn't support them enough. The other thinks you took sides. It's an impossible position, and the stress affects you physically. Sleep problems, tension, worry, all for a situation that isn't yours to fix. Your new approach can be gentle but firm. I love you both. I'm not getting involved in this. I trust you can work it out. When they push back, you can simply repeat it with kindness. Your peace of mind is worth protecting. 00:03:32, R.E. Hook and Transition. You might be thinking, but they're family. Shouldn't I help? Of course you should, when it's appropriate and healthy. But there's a difference between helping and sacrificing your own well-being for problems that aren't yours to carry. The next 3 requests are even more subtle because they come wrapped in love and family obligation. Number 3 is something many of us do without even realizing the cost. Number 3, validating choices you know will lead to problems just to avoid conflict. A friend or family member is about to make a decision that concerns you deeply. Maybe it's a risky financial move, a relationship that shows red flags, or a health choice that worries you. And they come to you wanting validation, not genuine advice. What do most of us do? We smile, nod, and say, well, if that makes you happy, because disagreement feels uncomfortable. because we don't want to seem critical or judgmental. But consider this: when you withhold your honest concerns, you're doing them no favors. When things go wrong, part of them may wonder why you didn't speak up, and part of you will wish you had. More importantly, every time you suppress what you truly think, you send a message that your wisdom and experience don't matter, but they do matter. You've lived through enough to recognize patterns, to spot potential problems. Your decades of experience have value. It deserves to be offered honestly, even when it's not what someone wants to hear. Next time, you might say, "I care about you and I have concerns about this. Can I share them?" If they choose differently, that's their right. But at least you've been true to yourself and offered your genuine perspective. Number 4, being constantly available while your own needs go unnoticed. You need rest. Maybe you've set aside time for yourself, reading, a gentle walk, or simply doing nothing. Then comes the call. Can you watch the kids? Can you help with this errand? Can you be somewhere at the last minute? And almost automatically, you say yes. Because that's what you've always done. Because saying no feels uncomfortable. But here's what's really happening. You're teaching people that your time is always available, that your energy is unlimited, that your own plans don't really matter. And they believe it, not because they're thoughtless, but because you've shown them it's true. Each time you set aside your own needs for someone's last-minute request, you reinforce that pattern. Meanwhile, your body is keeping track. The exhaustion builds, the resentment grows, even when you don't want it to. You need rest. Your body needs it. Your mind needs it. This isn't selfish. It's necessary for your health. Consider a new approach. Your plans have value, even if your plan is simply to rest. "I'm not available" is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain or justify. And notice what happens. The people who truly respect you will understand. The ones who don't may reveal themselves, and that's valuable information. And now, number 5, perhaps the most painful one, keeping yourself available for people who only reach out when they need something. You know who I mean. The relative who goes quiet for extended periods, then suddenly remembers your number when trouble hits. The old friend whose calls always come with a crisis attached. The family member who ignores your birthday but remembers your number when they need something. They're absent when life is going well for them. They don't check in during holidays, don't respond to your messages, don't acknowledge the moments when a simple thinking of you would mean everything. But when their world tilts, suddenly they remember where you live. And here's the part that hurts. You might feel guilty for even noticing this pattern. You tell yourself, well, at least they reached out. Family is family. But consider, genuine relationships are built on mutual care. People who genuinely care about you don't treat you like an emergency service that only gets called in crisis. They check in. They remember. They're present not just in their hard times, but in yours too. It's okay to step back from these one-sided relationships, not with anger or drama, but with quiet self-respect. When they reach out again, and they likely will, you can choose not to respond the same way you always have. After all, spending your precious years hoping for real connection from people who only see you as a resource, that's not the life you've earned. So let me ask you, when was the last time you honored your own needs without guilt? When did you last say no and feel okay about it? When did you protect your peace of mind as carefully as you've protected everyone else's? You've earned something beautiful, the freedom to choose, to rest, to be thoughtful about who deserves your time, your energy, your resources, and your emotional investment. You've spent decades giving generously. Now it's time to receive, starting with the gift you give yourself, healthy boundaries. These 5 requests aren't tests of your love or your character. They're opportunities to honor yourself and the life you've built. Your remaining years aren't just an ending. They're a whole new chapter of your story. You get to write it according to your values, protect your peace, say no with kindness but without apology, Say yes only when it truly serves your well-being, because you matter. You matter as much as any obligation, any expectation, or any request someone makes of you. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 situations feels most familiar? Have you found ways to set boundaries that work? Share your experience in the comments. Your story could be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. If this message resonated with you, I'd appreciate a like and a subscription. And consider sharing this with someone in your life who might benefit from hearing it, whether they're in their 60s or decades younger and still learning that boundaries aren't selfish, they're essential. Your peace matters. Your time matters. You matter. I'll see you in the next video. Take good care of yourself. You've earned it.